Have you heard about Thrive? It's a question asked 1,000 times a day. The Thrive 8-week experience has become the fastest growing health and wellness movement in North America. Why is this 6-letter word, THRIVE, turned into a phenomenon? Because it's simple.
Other companies, you don't get paid for them to sign up. What's the incentive to bring people?
I'm gonna get paid every Tuesday whether you're watching this and you join me or not. I'm not gonna get on here and tell you, oh, you're so pretty, you'd be good at what I do.
It's just changed my life and every day has been better.
I'm a better mom, I'm a better person.
And everything else is just not worth it to me, so I give the patches a thumbs down.
Hyper and jittery. It then transitioned to kind of feeling chest pain, kind of like my heart is beating too fast almost.
Example for people on social media in general, that you more times than not don't see the bad things that are going on in people's lives. You only see the good.
That's how we've all gotten to the top of this company, because we've truly changed lives.
Hi guys, it's Isabella here and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you guys can tell by the introduction and the title down below, we are going to be doing a deep dive on the MLM Le-Vel. Some of you guys know it as Thrive, Le-Vel, that MLM, you know, all of the above. If you guys are new here, what I do on my channel is I actually have a series called MLM's The Truth, and what I do is I pull out an MLM, I deep dive into every aspect of the MLM, the consultants, the products, the business as a whole, the legal issues they've been getting into, and things that they won't tell you if they want you to be signing up as a promoter. That way you guys only have one video that you are able to watch and get every single answer you need to learn enough about this company. I've been really so excited to be able to create this, so let's start diving in. Stay tuned for the end of the video because we actually have a catfishing scene and I think you guys are going to want to watch that. That's going to be really good. Alright guys, so before we get with this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell button down below so that you'll be notified of every single video I post. I upload on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays are anti-MLM content, and then Thursdays are beauty, fashion, or lifestyle, so definitely stay tuned for that. Also, you guys, if you aren't aware, I have anti-MLM merch and all of my other personal merch at IsabellaLanter.com. Just click the link down in the description below so you guys can snag your pieces. Alright, without further ado, let's hop into this Le-Vel The Truth video. Let's go! Alright guys, so anyways, when we're diving into this video, let's first talk about a tiny bit of history of Le-Vel. So Le-Vel was actually founded in 2012 by two men, Jason Camper and Paul Gravett. It was founded on wellness, health, and overall bringing you just this energy and feeling better with your entire body as a whole. They have patches, shakes, skincare, they have other supplements, anything under the sun that is kind of labeled healthy for you. The promoters and the business as a whole are pretty much promoting it as better energy, weight loss, and thriving in life. Not only do they promote this healthy lifestyle and product, they actually promote a lifestyle that is very unachievable. I think, as you guys know, by many MLMs, and this one specifically, these examples right here are just kind of sharing and proving my point of how a lot of them really like to show this lifestyle. They get the free cars, the free trips, they are so energetic, they lost so much weight, they just are able to take care of their families. Everything sounds too good to be true. And sadly, as we found out with the series, everything in this MLM and all the others is too good to be true. What they don't tell you, honestly, everything. And today I'm going to be telling you all of the secrets they're trying to hide from you. And since we're talking about Le-Vel and the business as a whole, let's talk about some of the legal issues they've been getting into lately. They're not a good or ethical company. In fact, they actually really like silencing people like myself and others who speak about companies just as this. Take, for example, McFarland versus Le-Vel, LLC. McFarland actually has his own blog where he talks about a lot of different things on there freely, as he should be allowed to. Well, he actually was able to talk about Le-Vel, and Le-Vel actually tried to sue him over that, for the reason being, saying that all the information he was sharing was highly inaccurate, when if anything, he was just sharing his opinions and what he thought was going down in the company. Le-Vel actually wasted their time going after McFarland, only for the courts to actually side with McFarland, saying that he wasn't in the wrong at all. So right there, why would they waste so much time instead of thinking about all the good stories and the reviews and the product reviews that I've received? Why do they focus on just this one guy? This is one of the examples showing how they really honestly will do anything to silence people who are willing to speak up about this company and their business practices. Now, to further prove my point about how they really don't care about you unless you're making money for them and unless you're talking good about the company, here's another one that I'm going to be discussing that actually I have to keep this person anonymous because said person could get sued. Yeah, you heard me. I'm not kidding. This said person used to be in Le-Vel. They were very active in there, tried to grow as a whole in the business, and had a very good upline. So they thought. The upline started doing things like stacking, getting people under her husband's name. There were so many illegal practices that were going on in behind the scenes. Not to mention the said person's upline was harassing her because she wanted to leave, was very, very manipulative, and actually tried to talk terribly about her in group messages, which is disgusting to me. So the said person decided to get out of Le-Vel and at the same time contact compliance, which, as Le-Vel promotes on their website, compliance does not tolerate anything that is against promoters and is actually illegal or infringing on what they are allowed to do in Le-Vel as a whole. The said person did this for several weeks. No messages, no emails, no nothing, even though I thought that's what their job was for. So the said person decided to actually hop onto a Facebook Live where they were able to talk about their experiences, what was going on, the bad problems of the company, how the company ignored said person and all of the things that they were bringing forward to the table, and exposing what really was going down. And you want to know what actually happened? Trust me, I saw all of the paperwork to be able to know and proof that this is exactly true. If they didn't take down the Facebook Live, they were going to pursue legal action and sue said person, all because they were sharing their story. Again, this is an additional thing that is proving my point of how they truly do not care about you as a promoter or anything for that matter. If it is something that is going on behind scenes and your upline is doing something that isn't right, if the upline's making Le-Vel money, they're not going to care or help out. However, if you are somebody that gets out of Le-Vel and speaks out about what happened, then you are apparently a big chance of actually getting sued by them. So why is it that the compliance team won't help out with things that are going on behind scenes from the upline, but yet they're so willing to go after somebody who is speaking their truth? Kind of sketchy right there. Right there, that's a red flag that I would highly recommend not trusting this company, because if you want to at all discuss anything about the company that is bad, you could get in major trouble. Only thing you're allowed to talk about is the sunshines and rainbows, which most of the time in MLMs is actually not going to happen for you. And a company that is so willing to go after a small promoter and silence this person and said person's stories, I think is absolutely disgusting. The fact that they think that that is morally acceptable and okay, but they're gonna act like they're just a community and a family, but they aren't willing to help out the person that used to be a part of the Le-Vel family is absolutely disgusting. With these two examples, I want you guys to think a little bit right now. Think about how many people have tried to speak out about Le-Vel, their experience with the products, their experience with their upline, how they were screwed over by this company, yet they were silenced, all because of this disgusting company only wanting good reviews from people. Think about how many people right now are out there today who have been silenced because of this. And here's another thing I think I really would love to highlight. We don't see Walmart attacking people for bad reviews. We don't see McDonald's actually going after people because they didn't like their french fries. They instead take it like a real company. They're able to take care of the situations that had happened and resolve it in a very quick and professional manner. They don't have fine print that is telling you that you could get sued for speaking out or reviewing the products. You don't see anything like that happening. Sadly, with an MLM though, who is trying to protect their disgusting and clearly not good history, they would rather try and threaten to sue people for speaking out about their truth instead of being proud of the good reviews they have. Maybe they're scared that more bad reviews will come out than good, who knows, but honestly that gives me the illusion that that is pretty true. So now that we talked a little bit about the business as a whole and some of the legal actions that they have been trying to get into with promoters themselves and just people like myself talking about this company, let's hop into the promoters, because the promoters are not at fault in this situation. So from promoters who are brand new into the company, a lot of them are sadly brainwashed into thinking this is normal, and a lot of them don't really know what's going on. However, a lot of promoters that are really deep into the game, maybe high up in the company or not high up, but still trying so hard to work it, now they are dealing with this in the worst way possible. They're promoting things that aren't even true, aren't statistically right, and are leading you into a trap that is going to hurt you. Real quickly before I jump in this, I really want to just make this extremely clear before I really dive into some of these Instagram posts that are by Le-Vel promoters. There is a statistic that is from the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commissions. It is pretty much an organization that's supposed to help protect customers, and they specifically talk a lot about MLMs, which is what Le-Vel is. Anyways, the statistic says that 99.6% of people who join an MLM either make absolutely no money or go into debt. You actually, statistically proven from this exact same fact sheet, have a better chance of gambling in Vegas and making money than joining an MLM. You actually also have a better chance of making money in a pyramid scheme that has no products to sell and is only based off of recruitment than an MLM itself. So that is pretty messed up. But why I'm bringing this up is I want you guys to keep this statistic in mind as I'm progressing through this entire video, because it is very, very key for you guys to know and understand, especially if you are someone that is considering joining this company. Also, you guys, I do also want to highlight really quickly, after I just mentioned that said statistic, is when you join an MLM, it is absolutely not your business. I know this is a big thing that a lot of people like to share and spread when it comes to joining Le-Vel or any other MLM, but it is literally just not true. You don't own a single thing when you join Le-Vel unless you buy the products. Essentially, you don't file an LLC, sole proprietorship, that says you own a part of Le-Vel. You don't own anything. You aren't running your own business. If we're being real here, you're just being a glorified customer. You don't own anything. You don't have any fully control about the products, the launches, no nothing. You literally just sell products for them and most of the time buy and make them the most money. So there's that. All right, guys, this post that I'm actually going to be talking about that is an example of some of the promoters being absolutely misleading. One of them actually is one that I've had a run-in with. This said person has been very bad to a lot of people from what I've seen. I've had a lot of messages sent to me about said person. This said person also is at the very top of the company, and I've actually reached out to the CEOs of Le-Vel, sending screenshots sharing that they are violating the terms and conditions of Le-Vel. However, I was highly and completely ignored. Why? I am sure it's because this promoter is making them a lot of money and they would rather ignore someone like me who's actually, you know, would rather have people speaking the truth. Instead, they just want to protect their check. That's it. The caption says, it was the light bill, it was the water bill, it was the cell phone bill, I was putting gas in my car, it was buying groceries with cash, it was paying for Christmas in cash, it was guilt-free Sonic runs. Then it became car payments, house payments, paying people's mortgages, taking trips, adopting families at Christmas time, giving to others in a way I have never imagined. Now, it's the things money can't buy. It's the freedom I have created for myself. Being a present mom, getting my babies ready for school every day, not worrying about money. So start small, start for the extra things, and then keep going. It will compound, and it will then pay for the big things. And soon enough, you will have bought yourself freedom, the ultimate gift. Now, I need to deep dive into this because this is a very clear example of what I am talking about. This promoter is at the very, very top of the company. She has made astronomical amounts off of a team that has been able to give her this opportunity. Now, this is something that really bothers me because if you are at the top of the company, more than likely, sorry, but this is very true, more than likely you have every factual understanding about the failure rates of MLMs and how it doesn't promise you any actual growth, especially if she is someone that has thousands, if not thousands more people on her team. She's gonna know how many people leave. She's gonna know how many people aren't able to stay and are putting in way more money than what they're getting. Now, when she says it was the light bill, it was the water bill, it was the cell phone bill, it was putting gas in my car, she is right now there giving the illusion that Le-Vel has actually given her this freedom, which I will agree, because clearly we can see that she's making a lot of money off of a team. But then going on to claim that she was able to do car payments, house payments, paying other people's mortgages, and says that you can start small, start with the extra things, and then keep going. It will compound, it will then pay for the big things, and soon enough you will have bought yourself freedom, the ultimate gift. Right there, as somebody who is the top of the company should not be promoting or promising money to people who want to join this company. As I said before, almost 100% of people who join this company will absolutely make no money at all or be putting in way more money into products, refills, etc. than they are getting. That is a promise that cannot be kept remotely, even for a percentage. Not even a percent of people that join get this type of money. So for her to be sitting up on her high pedestal making a lot of money, claiming that people can do it too, is absolutely disgusting and misleading. Here's another example of somebody who is actually doing very well and actually is a good, clearly from what I see in the picture, a good friend from the previous promoter. The caption says, "You are not broke, you just spend money on things that don't make you money." I think that is, again, another disgusting thing that shouldn't be talked about by promoters, but yet it is allowed by Le-Vel. See, these promoters are able to manipulate others into thinking that what they're doing is wrong, the jobs that they're holding is wrong, and the money that they spend on a simple Target shopping spree is wrong too. But if you join the MLM, and this MLM specifically, then suddenly your worries will be over. Again, that is something that's statistically proven will not happen for most people, and if anything, it's going to put you into more debt, make you struggle mentally, and have way more issues than you ever did before in your entire entire life. You just spend money on things that don't make you money. Honestly, again, like I said before, spending money on gambling, you have a better chance of making money back than joining an MLM. So please tell me how this company, Le-Vel, is going to be doing anything for you. Again, just another example about how a lot of these promoters are lying to you and claiming these things that aren't even going to happen for you. Yes, they have happened for them, but that is because either they joined early or they have a massive, and I mean a massive team underneath them that is constantly growing, recruiting people, spending money to get refills so that way they have extra products on hand. And then on top of, like I said, recruitment, it's making the people at the top the most money. So of course they're able to sit on their high horse saying that they've made it because the other people have made that money for them. And to prove my point that you actually do make a lot of money from recruitment, that is the biggest money maker, wait and stay tuned until at the very end, because I actually have a moment where I am catfishing someone in Le-Vel to make them think that I'm interested in the company, and they blatantly say that making money off of people is the biggest money maker. So anyways, to be continued. Not to mention in other posts, as I'm going to put up right here, you can see so many of them promoting these groups of women, these sisterhoods. You just find new friendships, and it's everything that they wanted and more. How they were lonely mothers before, and now that they have these best friends and people that they run their business with. It's honestly, again, complete BS. However, sadly, that same sisterhood is actually going to be the one that pushes you so much to the point of where you pay money out of pocket in order to keep your ranks. That same sisterhood is also going to absolutely leave you and ignore you the second you want to get out of the company because it is too much for you to handle. That same sisterhood is going to be doing a lot of sketchy things and personal messages in Instagram stories, you name it. They're going to be lying about things, telling you to lie to other people in order to get more people on their team, when in fact, it's going to literally just hurt more people, but it's going to help them the most. This sisterhood is a complete lie. They claim that you find so many great friends in there, when in fact, most of those great friends, they're only happy and friendly with you if you actually make them money, which is absolutely disgusting and so wrong. And you don't believe me? Seriously, I can't even tell you how many women have reached out to me talking about this company and how they left because they couldn't keep shoveling money out of their pockets to make sure to keep their ranks and keep staying active in this company, but their sisterhood completely ignored them, left them, and even blocked them or harassed them. Just like that example that I shared previously with the person that was going to potentially be screwed over by Le-Vel themselves. They experienced horrible things from their upline, yet they didn't get any help, and that upline is still doing just fine today, which is wrong. So with this sisterhood, I know a lot of people see a lot of big groups of people, which means recruitment. Recruitment is a main money maker in MLMs, and I'm actually going to be breaking that down here really soon because I think you guys need to understand. All MLMs do feed off of recruitment. That is the main money maker. You get bonuses from recruitment. You get paid because you recruit people. You make commissions off of the things that they sell in your team. So let's say I recruit 3 people, okay, and they buy product packs, they do auto ships, they do all this. I make money off of that. However, the fastest and most money that you can make is from getting more people on their team. So naturally, they're going to recruit 3 more people, and it is going to be a pyramid of more people filtering money in, and if I'm at the top, I'm going to be making the most money. And another thing that I do want to clarify, because I really think we need to debunk this really fast, is when they say, oh, we've made so many sales, it's not about recruitment, it's about people buying our products. That is completely not true, and here's why. I've seen this in so many other MLMs, and this is completely no different. If somebody says that they make $2 million, okay, and we have to also take consideration how many people they recruit. Now, when it comes to recruitment, again, like I said, you make money off of the people you recruit, you make money off of the products they buy, and anything else in between. So those sales are product packs. Those sales are auto ships. Those sales are replenishments of the products that they run out in order for said promoters to talk about it on their Instagram, because you can't talk about a product if you don't have it with you. So if, let's say, yeah, you have a team of 100 and they each recruit at least 3 people in a matter of a year, that's an additional amount of people, and that's going to rack up the money for you. And if they buy a lot of products, then naturally you're going to be able to hit the big numbers in no time. So essentially, because you recruited, because you're able to do all of that, that is the only way you are able to make money. Another thing I do want to say that's going to prove my point even more is you can easily look at the top people in this company of Le-Vel, and you can look, are any of them only have sales to regular people like you and I? Are they the ones that only have sales? No, they are the ones that have big teams. You don't find anyone at the top of the company that do not have big teams. If you're able to do it off of sales and not dragging people into your scheme, this video wouldn't have to exist. But the fact that recruitment is the biggest moneymaker and dragging people into a company that is statistically proven not going to work for most of you, it is truly disgusting. And so when you're recruited, you're technically just a warm body to them. You're not a sister, you're not a good friend, you're not a business partner. You are just a warm body to get by until you can't get by anymore. And then what are they gonna do? They're gonna blame you, saying you didn't work hard enough. They're gonna blame you, saying you didn't put in enough time and effort. And they're gonna say, well, this worked out for me, it should have worked out for you. The fact that you didn't stay in is all your fault. When in reality, it literally just is going to fail everyone except for the small percentage that is left at the top. And speaking of recruitment, recruitment is a big thing, and also cars and trips. Let's actually jump into that topic while we're on it. Let's first talk about the trips though, because I think that this is something that a lot of people are really enticed by. I feel the same way. Before, when I was looking into MLMs a long time ago, and before I didn't even look into it and understand it fully, I was really enticed. I saw so many people getting free trips, and they're able to go to, let's say, Mexico, to go to fully paid resorts, things like that. It sounds amazing. I totally get that. However, it is literally not even true. I'm actually going to be pulling up something that is from Le-Vel's own email system. So if you actually can see by one of these photos up here that I'm going to be putting up, it actually has a lot of requirements in order to get to this trip. Mind you, I do want to say in the fine print, and right on this email, it says airfare not included. This is actually taking people to Los Cabos for a 2-day, 3-night stay. Now, that is a long trip to take, and if any of you are my fellow travelers or just somebody like me who knows this, you can see that flights are actually the most expensive part of a trip. I actually went to New York one time, and I'm just saying, if you were able to look at the tickets and everything, you could see that it would have been almost $1,000 over just to fly, but the hotel was around $500 in total. You guys can look this up on literally any travel website. The flights are always just going to be so much more expensive, especially if you're going out of the country. So saying, oh, well, we have the hotel, but airfare is not included, it's not free then. So you are required to actually get a lot of money saved up just to pay for the airfare. And yeah, the hotel might be covered, but why are they saying it's free then? Claiming something that is absolutely not true. If anything, maybe 25% covered, if not that. So the screenshot that I took, I'm gonna list off all the requirements. So qualifications is, so October, November, December of 2020 is the biggest requirement in order to be able to go. You have to be completing all of these things during these 3 months in order to have the chance of going. Let's say if you do hit all of these requirements, numbers, all good to go, there's only a certain amount of spots left for these trips. So let's say you do it all, but not in time because all the spaces are filled, then you did all of that crazy hard work for absolutely no real good reward. So anyways, the qualification rules. It's an all-inclusive lifestyle getaway for 2, but airfare is not included. Qualify at 12K VIP for 2 of the 3 months. So what that pretty much means is the second rank for the company. It means that the promoter has sold 12K worth of products. Every month you start back at 0. You have to hit every rank again to be able to keep your rank. So essentially you have to make $24,000 to $36,000 in sales total in order to qualify for this trip. And if I'm being real here, you literally could run your own business, and if you're able to get that amount of sales, you could buy a very expensive, lovely trip with that amount of money. But nonetheless, let's keep giving them the benefit of the doubt and read the rest of the qualifications. All right, next qualification rule is you have to have a total of 2 new personal customer auto ship orders of at least 100 QV per order placed in October through December. So pretty much, again, what that means is 2 auto ships. So the promoters themselves have to have at least 2 customers place an auto ship order in each month until December. So this is another example, an explanation from people in Le-Vel. When I promoted, I was taught to place every order on auto ship, but don't tell the customer. Then after the order was placed, I was taught to delete that it said auto ship. This way I got paid more on the order and it helped me hit my bonuses. I was also taught to order under fake family and friends accounts to make my personal volume to go up. Then to put my customers under those fake accounts so those accounts would thrive for free. So I could have 2 profiles thriving for free and get credits in my promotion account to use to offer people to join. If the said person actually had to experience really bad things with her upline, telling her to do things and get those auto ships. Some people wouldn't really want a $100 order on auto ship But sadly, their upline would lie to them and say that they needed to do that and not tell the said customer in order to hit qualifications for a trip such as this. Then one of the next rules is a total of 800 QV from first time personally enrolled upgrade package orders in October through December. So a starter, promoter, or VIP upgrade package orders. So essentially what that means, 800 QV is getting the new promoters to purchase the promoter packs. They call them upgrade packs. So remember how they say, oh, you don't have to pay anything to join? Technically, you do. Your upline is gonna try and tell you to do this. You get nothing as a customer, but as a promoter, it is $200 before any upgrades or shipping. I never understood why promoter packs cost much. My upline wanted me to purchase the $400 pack and I refused. I told her I wasn't paying for it ever. I did a sample that was for free and I explained my experience off of that. I was able to get 2 people under me and that's how I started. They don't want people to know that they can do that because it's not as much money for them. So that is again another reason why I don't like that as a requirement for a free trip, because you need to have new promoters buy $800 worth of product? 800? Are you serious? But I thought it was free. Last one is 25 customer auto ship orders and 10 promoter auto ship orders in the first 4 levels of your team. So again, to simply break that down, it means that in the 4 levels of your entire team, you must have at least 25 customers that place an auto ship order. Again, that would be considered easy to some people because every customer you have, as this person is saying right now, you can put them on auto ship automatically and just not tell them. 10 promoter auto ship orders, so 10 promoters that are under you or not auto ship on upgraded packages. So how much money is going in there that they're making people buy? That's a requirement to get a trip. So you have to essentially, again, tell these new promoters that they need to buy products and have auto ships in order for them to succeed. So the whole thing of, oh, well, it's free, that's a complete lie. And see, now they do have an additional level where you can, again, sell more, do more, yada, 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 and get even potentially, this is potentially, you know, who knows, potentially $500 to your airfare, which it says up to $500 to your airfare. They don't have to give you that $500. They may look at you and be like, we'll give you a $200 voucher and call it a day. Either way, it is not fully free, which makes it misleading. And the fact that a company is so willing to tell you this up front just so you'll join is disgusting. They don't have your best interest at heart.
Also guys, I'm editing right now and I literally just noticed this. I don't know how I missed it, but if you look at the very, very bottom of this photo, you will see that all of this, the entire cost of the trip, everything, goes on your 1099. So what that simply means is you are taxed by the quote-unquote free trip. So when it goes on your 1099, they're going to show all of the costs and how much it costs for you to go on that quote-unquote free trip. So whatever they paid for, they put on your 1099 is considered taxable income and you will get taxed astronomically over that. So again, this just proves my point more that this is not even close to free. This is bullshit.
But next up, I'm not done yet. We're going to be talking about the free cars. Now again, they talk about the free cars, this luxurious car, how their company pays for it, yada, yada, yada. Again, this isn't even remotely true. So I'm going to be breaking it down for you real quickly. So you need to have, I think, around 4K PV in order to get to qualifying for a car. If not, I will have it linked down in the description below. But nonetheless, you are able to be qualifying for a free car. Now what this is essentially is the company is like, hey girlfriend, you're able to get this free car. And so what you get to do, yes, you as the promoter, what you get to do is you get to go into the car dealership and pick the specific car that your MLM says that you can buy. You don't get to just randomly pick it. They have requirements for the type of car you get to select. But then also what's even better is you have to pull the lease in your name, not Le-Vel's name, nothing, in your name in order to get this car. So, and another thing too is a lot of people in MLMs actually aren't able to come up with substantial income statements to show that they're making money, so they have to have somebody else sign the lease with them in order to be able to essentially purchase this car. So now that you have this car, it is all the requirements that Le-Vel has, and you're the one that has the name on it, not Le-Vel, then they are going to be sending you these car bonuses. And so these car bonuses, what it is they're able to give you a certain amount of money to cover the car payment every single month. However, you have to keep the rank that you got to get the car constantly. You can't just slip up, because if you lose your rank, then guess what? You lose that car payment. So now you're stuck with a car payment. Now you're stuck with trying to get back to that level that you had, and you're kind of screwed all around. And also, not to mention, they only pick the luxury vehicles, so you are stuck with a luxury car payment, which is absolutely ridiculous. So think about this. You're trying so hard to keep up with your rank, but then you lose that. So then you're trying desperately to keep the rank, but then you also lose the payments for your car. So now you have to also try and make as much money as you can potentially in the MLM, and also pay that extra $500 or maybe more per month on a car. How ridiculous is that? Also, something that they really won't tell you, and a lot of MLMs won't tell you, is the money, the allowance that they give you for the car payment. It is considered taxable income. So on your 1099, you technically are supposed to be getting taxed on the money they're given. So essentially, if we think about it, that money for the car payment, you're still, if you keep the rank, paying something for your car every month instead of it being completely free. So it's taxable income that you get. So technically you have a percentage of that pulled away from you if you file your taxes. Then if you lose your rank, you lose the payments for the car. You don't even get to really pick the car exactly. Sounds like a shit deal in my opinion. And yeah, they don't like to tell you that it's taxable income, but it 100% is taxable income, and it's absolutely ridiculous that they're labeling this as a free car when most of this isn't even free or yours to begin with. Also, again, might I remind you that this doesn't even include other taxes, registration fees, etc. to keep the car and vehicle in check. So again, it is not a free car. A lot of people are going to be stuck with a luxury car that they thought was going to be free, but in reality, they're screwed if they have this car payment suddenly pushed onto them. Now let's talk a little bit about the pressure that these MLMs are going to be putting on you. So I need you guys to get into the mindset of thinking about you being in this position. Let's say you join, you were told it was free and a great opportunity, and if you work hard, your hard work will pay off, and how much work you put in is what will be reflected on your paycheck. Again, completely wrong, but think that's what you were told. Now you're able to try and potentially make some money. You send all of the messages out. You talk to as much people as you can. You get some people to join your team, right? However, again, your upline is telling you to, hey, let people know that this has changed your life, even though you just got in. You don't even know. Not to mention, you're supposed to quote unquote teach these people how to do well in this business when you're brand new at it. You don't even know the half about business. Most people in these MLMs don't even know the half of business. So again, that's a problem. So now let's say you have enough people under your team, you got some auto ships under your hand, your upline's telling you to do some sketchy shit, but that's okay because it's Le-Vel, you're thriving, right? Yeah, well, so then you're qualified to get the free car. Your upline is pushing you to get the free car because they want you to be able to post it up on social media because people are gonna wanna join your team. If they see that car, you get the car, then you want to qualify for the trip. All of this pressure to keep everything is ridiculous. The pressure to keep the car, get the car. The pressure to get the rank, keep the rank. The pressure to get the trip, keep the trip. Not to mention though, a lot of these people, sadly, because they need to keep their rank to keep that allowance or to maybe get to that trip, they shovel money out of their own pockets to keep it. So think about how much money these people are actually shoveling out in order to keep some of these things, these materialistic things that make them look like they're doing well. Again, statistically speaking, most people don't do well in this company at all. So how many people do you think, as you scroll through Instagram or as you scroll through these promoters' Instagrams, how many of them are actually doing well? How much is their income actually doing well for them? How much are they putting in and getting out? Is it breaking even? Is it actually you're putting in more money than you're getting? Mostly, and statistically proven, they're literally lying on social media to make you think this is a good deal. And not to mention saying that you're being able to get freedom. It's not the case because sadly, as that little example that I gave you, most people are struggling constantly to keep up their ranks, to post about the sisterhood, post about the car, post about the trips and how great this is. It's wrong. And now guys, I'm gonna be hopping into the products because this is something that I do not want to shy away from. I think that we all need to pay attention to these products specifically. Also, I do want to throw out here, if any of you guys have personally been in Le-Vel before and you want to get rid of some products, if you'd like, you can send them over my way. Just message me through my email or DM me on Instagram because I would love to make a dedicated video trying all these products, explaining how I feel and giving you my honest feelings and give you guys dupes on the products because no MLM product is unique, I will tell you that right now. Alright, so as I said previously before, they actually have pills, patches, supplements, skincare, you name it, all that kind of stuff that they promote. Totally get that. And they have a lot of backing of, well, it made me lose weight, it made me feel more energized, all of that crap. First of all though, I want to highlight that with products that are about wellness and health and fitness and whatnot, I get very uncomfortable when I see people that do not know what they're talking about promoting stuff like this for your health. I am gonna bet to you right now, you don't have a single person in Le-Vel saying, well, hey, yeah, let's talk about the products you need. What's your diet? What are your medications you're on? What is your medical history? Do you have any current medical issues right now? They don't ask you any of those things. Why? They are not trained to do so. They're not trained to be able to talk to you about these products. And essentially, they're recommending things that could potentially harm you. And to prove my point exactly, I am somebody that has a couple of medical issues and, you know, whatnot, all right? And so I actually went into my doctor one time because I kept seeing all these marketing things going on to me saying, oh, you need this vitamin, you need this supplement, all of this stuff. And after seeing Le-Vel, I got interested and I reached out to my doctor and said, hey, the multivitamin that I'm on right now, is there anything else that I need? And my doctor gave me this multivitamin because she knew that I actually was deficient on some areas, absolutely. But that was due to some of my health and medical conditions. My doctor prescribed that to me because she knew what I needed. Anyways, I asked her, is there anything that's gonna improve my life? Is there anything that's gonna help me with better skin? Like anything that's gonna help me with that? And she actually said, do not fall for that stuff. It is marketing. She also continued on to say that if you take more vitamins than you need, you could actually be harming yourself more than good. So for example, if you take too much vitamin C, you could cause some liver issues and make yourself sick. But they don't think about that or know that at all, which is very alarming to me because they're promoting anything to anyone who will buy because the pressures of keeping your ranks and succeeding in this business is higher than actually caring about somebody's health and wellness. So promoting a random product saying, yes, it'll work, it's great for you, it's worked for me, but then that person actually gets sick, that is terrifying. Actually, not to mention too, when it comes to their skincare and whatnot, I have seen so many promotions about, well, this has collagen in it, well, this detoxes. The collagen skincare, most of the time, that is absolutely not correct. You would actually need collagen injections by professionals to get the collagen into your skin. Just like products where you ingest collagen, it doesn't help your skin, it helps your joints. That is a step that they don't know, so they're just gonna promote whatever they see on the packaging. They don't look into it or have the education to know. So this is dangerous that they're promoting products. And also for detoxing, your liver detoxes. You don't need to scrub to detox your body. You don't need a mask to detox your body. That doesn't exist at all. Seriously, a doctor would laugh at these products, at how ridiculous they are. And let's say, I'm gonna throw this out there to make sure that I keep myself in check here. I know some people are gonna be like, well, there's influencers that promote products and whatnot. I don't agree with them either unless they're doing their proper labels and disclaimers. For me, if I promote something, I am going to right off the bat say, hey guys, do I love this product? I love it. However, check with your doctor before you take this supplement. Sorry, this is lotion. But my point is, you need to do your job and say, hey guys, I love this, but check with your doctor. See, they only have that in the fine print and small little letters below the packaging, but none of these promoters really do that. Again, this is another product that I want to talk about and highlight. The product that they released recently called the Treat Meal. Do you know what this product is supposed to do? They claim that this product helps with keeping blood pressure in check, block fats and carbohydrate, and relieve bloating. However, are the tests, where's anything there to prove that that's good or real? In fact, it also says right below that the FDA in no way supports these claims or anything about the product. Speaking of the FDA, let's hop into this mess for a second. I'm gonna read this off real quickly. Allegedly, the FDA has had over 16 plus reports on hospitalizations and medical claims stating that the products cause abnormal issues for people. I have actually had so many people reach out to me say, it made me jittery, it made me uncomfortable, something felt wrong. That is the problem that I'm having. These are people that are being promoted to saying that these products are good, when in reality it has caused people to go into the hospital. But these issues, I want to mention, only started when they took these Le-Vel products. So what's in there that's causing these issues so much? I really would love to know. So here's another thing to prove my point. If the FDA is interested in Le-Vel for being messy, then it makes me wonder how great the products really are. If the FDA was wanting to do an investigation or be really, really interested in Le-Vel due to these claims and what has been going on and how many people contacted them, then I would never trust them with my money. I would never trust them in this business. I wouldn't ever trust them with my health because clearly they are messy and they don't know what they're doing. Alright guys, and now I want to actually talk about a couple of things that I think we need to debunk. A lot of statements that these promoters make. One, you don't have to purchase anything, you join for free. Again, you join, but as we clearly said earlier, you need to buy promoter packs, which is very, very pushed by your upline. Oh, you could get samples and do that and it'd be cheaper. However, in order for you to succeed, they need you to have promoter packages and buy products. Also, I do want to add that you can't, again, talk about a product that you don't have. So you can't just go to your Instagram and say, oh my gosh, I love the supplement. I need to buy it soon. I don't have it, but I love it. No, you can't do that. You have to buy it. So it's not free to join. It is expensive, and you have to buy a lot of products in order to do your job. And the next one, you can thrive for free. I want to read this off real quickly because I think it's really important. It says that in order to, the Vanishing Auto Ship 2 for free. When you have 2 personal customers enrolled in the auto ship program, you are eligible to receive the free product each and every month as long as they continue their auto ship. You will receive 3 credits equal to the average of your 2 highest personal customers' auto ships orders. So pretty much also, you know, if you have 2 auto ships and people that continuously auto ship, you can thrive for free. Is your best friend gonna trust you on something you've never tried for? No, if you've never tried the product before, then again, they're not gonna just join an auto ship for it. So you have to buy the product to talk about it. And another thing I want to debunk, we are different than any other company. Statistically proving you are absolutely no different. Most of the products, if I'm being real here, they're fillers. They're not exactly revolutionary. A company like this needs products in order to legally not be labeled as a pyramid scheme. So naturally, they're gonna be like, well, whatever we can think of, we'll just toss out there, claim it's good, and run with it. So that's what they do essentially. They have filler products that aren't actually genuinely that good, and they are just claiming that we are a different company. They say that they're different because you're able to join for free. Again, they say that you can join for free, which is true. However, in order to be successful and do well, you have to buy products. End of story. Not to mention, you actually, in order to be considered quote unquote active, you have to have 100 PV every single month. Every single month. Yeah. So they're not different. They're just structured a little bit, tiny bit different, but they're all completely the same. From the cars, to the promoters, to the products and everything in between. It is the same generic shit. Now you guys, here to end off this video, we're gonna be doing some MLM catfishing. If you guys don't know what this is or are new to my channel, what I do and what I have learned over my entire time being an anti-MLMer is in order for me to hear a lot of information from the direct source, I actually had to pretend that I was interested in the company. Before, I actually tried as an anti-MLMer to talk and ask people, and I was either harassed, blocked, all of the above, you name it. It was just ridiculous. So I've sadly found out that in order for me to actually have good and legitimate conversations with these people, I have to pretend I'm interested in the company. And I just throw out questions and I'm curious. So that is what we're gonna be doing today. And I do wanna say, you guys, I have catfish accounts specifically for this. This isn't actually through my own Instagram. I make fake accounts and I do this so that way to protect me and to make it, because a lot of people suddenly are now knowing my face around this. So I have to have fake accounts. I do wanna share her bio says, 200K leader of a $2 million team at 24. And then also it says, let me help you stop making excuses and finally get what you want. DM me. Hot mess. Anyways, let's keep going. The first message that I sent her said, hey girl, I saw you pop up on my Instagram recommended page and I started looking through your page, and honestly, I'm really interested in what you do for work. If you're busy right now, I totally get it if you can't talk about it, but I'm really interested in learning more. I've known a few girls that have tried out Le-Vel's products and the business as a whole. I've never truly looked into it though. I don't know what's held me back, but seeing how you're so successful, I'd love to learn from someone who knows her stuff. And girl, your bio says you're a leader of a $2 million team? Whoa, I had to reach out, LOL. Anyways, that was my fake message. Now let's read what this person has to say. So that person says, wow, thank you. I'm so glad you did. Let me give you the rundown on what I do. I work for a health and wellness company and promote their products by using them. Simple as that. I post about the products biz and answer any questions anyone has about either and get paid weekly. I get paid based on the amount of people I enroll to promote like I do. Then I teach and train them, which is why what I would do for you. And then I help people place orders and recommend what would be best for them and their goals. We also earn free products, so it's literally such a win-win. The company is called Le-Vel. It's known for its 3-step system, vitamin shakes, and you're familiar with the system? So right there, we need to talk about that first one, because as I clearly debunked in this entire video, yes, it's a health and wellness company, and yes, you actually do get paid based on the amount of people you enroll, and she clearly says that. So she didn't talk about the fact that, oh, well, my biggest money maker is these products because they're so revolutionary and everyone's running. No, it's recruitment. It's recruiting people into a failed system, which kind of unethical and gross if you think about it, because why are you happy recruiting people into something that's not going to work for them. Anyway, she claims that she trains people, which I actually will say, from a lot of people that are joining these MLMs, it is simply the blind leading the blind. It is people that have absolutely no remote understanding of business or training understanding in order to be able to do this. So seriously, it is just a mess. And saying, oh, well, I train people. If you have too big of a team, you actually cannot train people. And then again, with the product that she says of how she recommends products and what's best for them and their goals, that is a little bit alarming to me because again, she has no absolute remote understanding or knowledge of how to promote and talk about products for you and your specific health. So anyways, I continue on and say, oh, thank you so much for the message back. I'm not too familiar with the system. And I also do have a couple questions for you about this. Do you have to pay anything to stay active or sell a specific amount? So she said, it's all plant-based and natural. It's 3 steps, vitamin shakes and the patches. The vitamins give you all the vitamins your body needs for the day, plus a ton of natural energy from the black tea and B vitamins. I mean a ton. I quit coffee, which is huge for me. Right there, I do want to say, I've had a lot of people actually reach out to me, say that these products make them feel miserable with how much caffeine is in them. So again, I'm a little bit sketched out that it would replace coffee. Coffee seems a little bit better to me than a random patch and sticker looking thing on your body, but nonetheless. And vitamins you need every single day. If you have a pretty balanced diet and just eat, you're gonna get the vitamins you need a day. If you take a regular multivitamin from the dollar store that I have, and again, is perfectly fine because it was recommended by my doctor, you don't need overpriced shit like this. You just don't. And then she said she drinks a meal replacement shake 20 minutes later, then puts the patches on. It's basically wearable nutrition. It's full of vitamins, minerals, and controls your cravings and suppresses your appetite. It fills your nutritional gaps. So again, when I'm talking about these vitamins and these patches, it's almost like doubling up all of this extra vitamins, which again, you do not need. You don't need a patch that's suddenly gonna suppress everything. That's really weird. You shouldn't suppress needing to eat. And then a shake that's a meal replacement. See, I'm sorry, but the 3-step thing sounds like an absolute mess. First, a patch that's supposed to help give you all the vitamins, then the supplements that's supposed to give you all the vitamins, then a shake that's supposed to give you everything you need. Like, just eat a regular meal and a simple black cup of coffee, which is not that bad for you at all, and you are just fine. This is the stuff that drives me crazy because again, this said person, she is doing quite well in this company, however has no knowledge of this stuff. Then she says, all you need to do to get started promoting and so that I can start training you is order your own 3-step system. As long as you enroll 2 customers a month, you'll never have to pay to stay active. And if you ever do, it's only $100. So what happened to the sign up for free? If I just buy the 3-step pack, then she can train me. None of these MLMers keep their story straight whatsoever. But then if I just enroll 2 customers a month, that's easy. Or if you don't, you just pay $100, which again, I think is still really weird and messed up because they claim everything's free, but oh, suddenly you have fees and requirements? All right guys, so next up in the conversation, I said that's literally amazing, I'd love to hear more. So I have another question too, since I'm really interested and anything I do, I want to do very well and run with it. Is recruitment a very big part in growing? I'm just curious because I wanted to know how I can be the most successful and do the best. I'm asking this question because again, I'm trying to prove the point and make sure I'm correct, especially with saying recruitment's the big moneymaker here. And she says, perfect, so you can start with a pack of all 3 steps, vitamin shake and 2 months worth of patches for $200. And then she talks about how there's also a $400 package deal and also an $800 package deal. Then she said that she started with the $400 package because it was the best deal. With the $400 package, you not only get 2 free products of your choice, but you get 10 free sample packs you can sell for $25 a piece. It's a win-win. Any of those packs will have you enrolled as a promoter. Any is a good choice. You earn free product after you help 2 people order / enroll 2 customers, so you'll never pay for anything again to run your business. Oh, on top of that, in your first 2 weeks, you have the opportunity to earn an $800 bonus on top of commission. I will lock arms with you and help you get that. Which ones are you leaning towards? So she actually answers my question, and here's what she said.
I don't know really what you mean exactly by recruitment, but you get paid by enrolling customers and enrolling promoters. That's how you grow, that's how you get paid, that's how your business does better and better and better, and you reach more people and change more lives.
So again, just kind of proves my point about the fact of you do need recruitments in order to. Yes, she mentioned getting new customers, but if we're being real here, the biggest customer group is the promoters themselves. And as she said, in order to grow to do anything remotely and make the most money, recruitment is the way to go. So it's not as if it's mainly about selling products, it is about selling a lifestyle. I continue on and said, I am so sorry, yes thank you, that is what I meant. I apologize, lol, my wording isn't the greatest with this stuff, but I hope to learn. That's literally insane, OMG, it sounds so heavenly. So do you think the $400 package is the best deal? For sure. Off the bat, she's going to encourage me to purchase the $400 package or above. And sure enough, as she does say, I know the $400 is the best deal. So then I also say, also girlfriend, I have some questions again, really quick. So with the cars and trips, are they really free? I'm sorry, I have so many questions. I'm just asking so much because I am an old friend of mine had told me a lot of stuff about Le-Vel and just said that it was all a complete lie and there was no chance of success. I wanted to ask someone who is in Le-Vel still and ask someone who knew, LOL. The reason why I'm speaking this way is because, again, I'm trying to toss out the illusion of somebody else has spoken to me saying that Le-Vel is a scam, which, as we can clearly tell, it is, but I'm trying to see what kind of responses they would give to someone who already has been shown facts. How is this person going to respond? And I have literally not been surprised in the least. Listen to this.
So with the cars and the trips, yes, they are absolutely free. Here's how it works. So like with the trips, you do a certain amount of things to earn it, and then you get to go. You buy your plane ticket. They tell you what airport to fly into. They tell you the days and the check-in times and check-out times. You don't have to pay for anything while you're there, and you don't have to pay for your room. You can earn flight reimbursement. So you would pay for your flight, and then they would reimburse you if you earn that part of it.
So she literally just said and completely contradicted herself, and she, mind you, is somebody who is very involved with this company. She knows exactly what she's talking about, but again, she's trying to manipulate me into thinking that this is free and normal. She just said they're completely free, yet she also just said I had to pay for my airfare, which thought it was completely free. But then she says you could potentially be reimbursed. Actually, that's completely not true, and I can show you through screenshots again, as I talked about in the free trips section of this video. The trips, you have a small percentage of your travel and your flights that can be reimbursed. Most of the time, it is so much more expensive than $500 for 2 people to fly, okay? So again, this is a complete lie. She then continues on with this conversation saying,
now with the car bonus, that is just an extra incentive on the comp plan when you hit 12K, which is the second rank in the company. So you'll get your weekly pay as usual every single Tuesday, but on the second Tuesday of every month, if you earn the auto bonus, you will also get that, and it's either $300 or $800. So it's $300 if you don't have a qualifying luxury vehicle. So if you have a car that isn't a luxury vehicle, if you don't even have a car, if you have your car paid off, whatever, if you're 12K and you earn that, you get that $300 on top of your weekly check no matter what. If you have a luxury qualifying vehicle, so like a Mercedes, a BMW, a Cadillac, there's a list of them, and then you'll get $800.
So right there with the car bonus, she again just kind of simply proves my point that it is added onto your paycheck. So you are getting the bonus if you keep the ranks. However, again, that is taxable income. So it doesn't matter if you get $300, $800, whatever the case may be, it is still taxable. So let's say you wanted to keep that $300 for yourself, that's still stuff that needs to be taxed, and taxes are quite high with stuff like this. Not to mention, let's say you already have a qualifying vehicle like a Mercedes or whatever the case may be. You still, even if you get the $800 to cover the payment, you have to get taxed on that. So it's technically, again, still not free, but somebody who is up and very high in this company should be able to tell me that stuff and be real and honest. But she's not being real and honest here. She's kind of trying to sneak around the truth. And then, so this is what's so funny. Every time I do a catfishing video and I talk to an MLMer, I always throw out the concept of, I have a friend that is anti-MLM. Now, this is what I do. I usually claim that I, being the person that's interested in joining the MLM, have a friend, it's technically me, but I have a friend that has talked about MLMs, talked about how bad they are, and the said person that is anti-MLM posts a lot about MLMs and posts about people, which technically that is what I do on my YouTube channel. I post about the promoters and the business as a whole, sharing the reasons why this is a scammy business. And so this is what I said. This is really an awesome deal. I love that. Seriously, thank you for this. Here's the deal. I have one of those girls I used to know. She's an ex-friend. She's an anti-MLMer. And OMG, she posts tons about Le-Vel and stuff like that. and truly tried to discourage me from doing something like this. She even posts about people who are in the MLM. So I definitely got really worried and discouraged from trying because I'd hate to be on her page or bothered by her. Her response was, she should get a life, LMAO, block her. No, like, my thing is, she didn't even ask me, hey, what are some of the things that she told you so maybe I can debunk it for you? Just block her. See, people, that's another thing I want to highlight. People like us who bring the statistics, have everything linked in the description below, all of this stuff. Videos like this, they call haters. They say you block those people. They call them and say that they don't know what they're talking about. But again, like everything that I talk about, you will have screenshots of proof, everything linked in the description. Yet, she doesn't allow me to have a conversation about it necessarily. She's just telling me, oh, block her. And again, I just thought of this, proves my point, because if you suddenly were in Le-Vel, but become one of those people where you don't like MLMs or Le-Vel itself and want to leave, clearly this person right there would block you and not consider you one of her friends anymore because you aren't supportive of that business. Even if, let's say, you were nice enough to her, clearly she would block you and be done with you. So again, this proves my point. Unless you're joining in, unless you're falling for the stuff and the manipulation, they do not care. Again, this isn't about want to be a part of the sisterhood, let me lock arms with you and we can succeed together. It's no, I want to hide the truth for you. I want to see if you'll spend $400 so that way I can make some money off of that. And she clearly doesn't mind flaunting that she's made a decent amount of sales because she has it in her bio. So people like this exist in Le-Vel. They are everywhere. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. And some of them don't even hide the fact that they're manipulative or lie. And that's what makes me so upset. That's why I make videos like this, because I really want to make a one-stop shop for you guys so that way you can see the truth. Because this whole entire video, they wouldn't tell you about that. They're not going to be really clear about it until you're too deep. They're going to really hide it and sugarcoat everything so that way they can get that money from you. And then once you're done, they're like, well, all right, whatever, we'll see you later. And then, oh yeah, they'll block you and call you crazy. So that was a catfish moment and just a snippet of a large team leader that knows exactly what she's talking about, yet is still trying to manipulate me into thinking this is normal. This is stuff that happens all the time. And that's why I'm showing it, because we have proof from the business of how unethical they are. We have the promoters being shady with their Instagram posts and not being honest with you. We have the business lying about the free cars and trips. The promoters are lying about that too. And then now we even have a large 2 million team leader that is also trying to manipulate me, and she would do the same with you if you reached out to her. So overall, I'm hoping with this video you guys are able to look at it, see all of this information, and realize that this is not good, this isn't going to work out well for you, and if anything, you should stay far away from this company when it comes to the products and when it comes to just the business as a whole. I'm heartbroken that she does this for a living, but it bothers me so much because she's making money off people who have failed. She's making money off of people who were manipulated, and that is disgusting to me. And that is why I'm making this video, because I'm hoping somebody who comes across this who's looking up Le-Vel and is able to be like, you know what, that person that tried to cold message me and say, hey, join my team, I'm staying away from her because she doesn't want the best for me. She just wants my money. Alright guys, so that was it for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. This was a massive, crazy video, but truly, I hope this helped somebody out so much. Honestly, my biggest goal with videos like this and this entire series is to shed the truth. MLM's The Truth is about helping you guys, giving you all of the information, everything that these people will not tell you about, and putting it in one video so that you guys get all the information and know to stay away from these people. If you guys are interested, please share this video on your Instagram story or just somewhere, or with someone in general who's interested in Le-Vel. Help them and protect them from this slimy, scammy company. Please, you guys, I've seen far too many people get screwed over by these companies as a whole, and it's truly devastating, and I would not wish that on anyone. Alright you guys, seriously, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. This is a long video, absolutely, but again, highly worth the watch. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about today's video, and I will see you all in my next one. Stay glowing, my beautiful queens. Love you. Bye.